Hi everyone, it's Miss Robin from the Turner Free Library. Did you know that April was Autism Awareness Month? So I'm going to read you some stories about autism. This one is called Since We're Friends, an Autism Picture Book. It's finally summer vacation. It's going to be perfect because I'm going to go hang out with my friend Matt, who lives across the street. We have tons of fun together because we like the same things. Matt acts a little different from my other friends, though. He has autism. That means his brain works differently from mine. He thinks about and feels things in a different way than I do, but we still have a great time together. We both love sports. Football, basketball, baseball, soccer, you name it, we play it. We play on the Cougars basketball team together. Matt is good at scoring, and I'm good at dribbling and passing. We make a good team because we work together. Sometimes Matt has a hard time following directions at practice. He doesn't always understand what the coach is saying. It's hard for him to listen when the gym is really loud. Since we're friends, I show Matt what to do. We have a lot of fun riding the swings at the park. We like to swing super high and pretend we're on a rocket ship blasting into the outer space. Sometimes our feet touch the clouds. If someone is on Matt's favorite swing, he gets very upset and starts yelling. It makes him feel happy to play something in the same way every time. Since we're friends, I try and think of something to do while we're waiting, like playing soccer or football. Matt is very interested in animals. When Matt is interested in something, he wants to talk about it all the time. We look at books and watch movies together about animals. Excuse me. We walk around the block together and make up crazy names for the neighborhood dogs. Then we feed them treats through the fence. Since we're friends, I don't mind talking about animals a lot because I like them too. Matt and I go to the pool almost every day. We bring squirt guns, balls, and other toys with us. We soak our football with water and try to splash each other with it. We slide down the water slide and then chase each other with squirt guns and attack. Sometimes kids take our toys without asking. Matt gets frustrated and anxious. He is worried the kids will take them home and never give them back. Since we're friends, I figure out a way we can all play together so Matt can stop worrying and be calm. When the pool is closed for repairs, Max gets furious. He doesn't like it when our plans suddenly change. I feel disappointed too. Since we're friends, I think of a new plan and invite Matt to my house to run through the sprinkler. We spray each other with the hose and pretend we're firefighters. See, they have their firefighter hats on. At night, kids from our neighborhood get together to play freeze tag. Matt and I like to play because we can run as fast as lightning. Some kids think Matt is weird because it's hard to understand the way he talks. They don't want him to play because sometimes he acts wild when he's excited. Since we're friends, I don't want him to feel left out. So I asked Matt if he wants to play tag with me and my friends. Matt and I always have so much fun together. When it's time for one of us to go home, Matt gets stubborn and sad because he doesn't want the fun to stop. Since we're friends, I make it easier for him and invite him to come over for breakfast in the morning. I give Matt a high five and say, "I'll see you tomorrow." Now, that is being a very good friend to someone who has autism. Okay, I'm going to read you another story about autism called A Friend Like Simon. Let's see what happens in this book. Oh, it's another Matt. My name is Matthew, and I would like to tell you about a story about a friend of mine. His name is Simon. Simon joined my school last year, and I remember his very first day. When I arrived on the door of my classroom, Simon was standing outside with his mom. "Hi, I'm Matthew," I said. Simon's mom gave me a big smile. "It's nice to meet you, Matthew," she said. "Simon would like you to say hello." "Simon, would you like to say hello to Matthew?" she asked. But Simon just turned away and looked at the ground. Our teacher told us that Simon would be joining our class that year. He would take part in most of our lessons, but sometimes he would get help with his work from a very special teacher too. I thought Simon would like our school a lot. It really is a great school, apart from just one thing, a girl called Hetty, or Horrible Hetty as I like to call her. Hetty was always pushing her way to the front of the queue at lunch. "I'm next," she'd say when it was someone else's turn, and then she would make a horrible, mean face. Every day after we ate our lunch, my friends and I would go to the schoolyard and make up new fun games to play. On Simon's first day, I asked him if he wanted to join in, but Simon seemed to like being on his own. As time went by, I noticed how Simon acted a little differently from the other boys and girls in my class. Sometimes he would get upset about something small, like someone bumping into him by accident. No one could understand why or even what he was upset about. Simon always liked to arrange the books and pencils on his desk in the same way every day. He didn't like it very much when anything changed at all. Sometimes he would get upset about things like the school bell ringing or having to move seats. Because Simon was a little different from my other friends, I soon stopped asking him to take part in games, and sometimes I got annoyed if the teacher tried to get him to join in. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to have a friend like Simon. When the time came for the big bus trip to the fun fair, all the boys and girls had to pair up and find someone to sit with on the bus. "Why don't you go and Simon pair up together today?" said the teacher. So Simon and I sat together on the way to the fun fair. Simon took out his sandwiches. "Do you like sandwiches?" I asked him. "Do you like sandwiches?" he repeated, and then he handed me his lunchbox to share them with me. "Thanks, Simon," I said, but Simon was busy looking out the window. Later that day, while Simon and I were waiting in the queue for the ice cream, Horrible Hetty marched over to the ice cream van. "I'm next," she said in a mean voice. Just as Horrible Hetty was starting to push her way in front of us to the top of the queue, Simon suddenly shouted, "No!" very loudly indeed. Hetty got such a fright, her pigtails flew up in the air, and she quickly turned around and ran off. "Thanks, Simon," I said. "Thanks, Simon," he replied, looking up at the lights of the big Ferris wheel. From that day onwards, I always made sure to ask Simon if he wanted to have lunch with me or play a game during break time. Some days he would join in, but other days he just wanted to be on his own, which was okay too. The other boys and girls in school soon learned that even though sometimes Simon acted a little different from us or didn't have a lot to say, he was just the same as everyone else in our school. Simon helped me to see that leaving someone out because they are different is something that only a Horrible Hetty would do. He also showed me just how great it is to have a friend like Simon. Do you have a friend like Simon? Why don't you tell me your story? And then sometimes on these books you can draw a picture of your special friend. That was very nice that Simon and Matthew became friends. Well, I hope you enjoyed those.